want to talk now about a special branch of BodyTalk, which is called BodyTalk Access. Can you tell us something about that?
Well, the BodyTalk Access program was designed in mind of just the individual person at home. They don't want to have to learn the entire 4-day comprehensive system. They just need to really have some tools that they can then implement on their family and themselves on a daily basis. And the Access program is something that can be learned in a 1-day, 6-hour class. And they 5 specific techniques that basically anybody can learn. They're taught in schools and clinics and offices and homes, and they can be implemented right away. As soon as when you walk out of that class, you'll start using those techniques immediately. One of the techniques I'd like to actually teach your viewers is cortices, so we can get on to that just now. But basically what you'll learn is the cortices technique, a switching technique that helps with stress, which everybody today is under. The cortices as well addresses the stress imbalances. The hydration, a lot of people aren't drinking the right amount of water, and even if they are, a lot of people sometimes are drinking a lot of water, but their cells aren't utilizing that water. Okay, so there's a specific hydration technique that allows the cells to start communicating through the cell membranes and utilizing that water for the body. Body chemistry, which is just, if you're a mom and you have kids, there's 2 of the techniques in the Access program that you just have to know. Is body chemistry and the fast day, because kids under 5 and that, they always, they're the ones that pick up all the little viruses and bugs and what have you, and they're the ones who get injured. So you really need to know those. I mean, the body chemistry addresses viruses, bacteria, parasites, allergies, intolerances, food intolerances, all kinds of things. And I've used it extensively with my own child. He's 6 years old now, but he even knows now when he starts feeling sniffy or he's just not feeling well, he'll start running the body chemistry technique himself.
Right, so even children
these are
can
things,
learn
yeah,
these
exactly.
techniques. Wow.
These are being taught to children as young as 4 years old in schools. One of the studies that was done in South Africa was at a school for children who have specific learning difficulties. And they put this program in, the Access program, for a month, and then went back and re-evaluated the situation. And the children's concentration levels, their focus, had just improved dramatically. Reading ability, mathematical skills had improved. And that's just from doing simple techniques on them every single day. Wow. Something that can be done in 10 minutes. It's not going to take up your entire day. This program can be run 10 minutes in a day. And that's all that's needed. And
I've read in this book here that these techniques are being used in villages in South Africa and orphanages in Southeast Asia. You've had some experience of that, of hearing how that's being applied.
I know you've read some of the stories that you said.
Cried.
So I would really enjoy you sharing some of those, because I know quite a few of these instances. Especially I wanted to point out with the community health, is the Access program is really, I think that's one of their strong, and I come from South Africa, so it's something that I'm passionate about, is that this can be taught in communities where they have little or no access to healthcare, and they can do these on their children and on their family. They don't have to take a whole day out of their work. For a person living in Africa, 1 day's wages, it's a lot of money. It's like whether their children are going to eat or not. So they can then, do a body chemistry. Their child comes down with a fever or the flu or something. Instead of going and sitting in the clinic for 5, 6, 7 hours waiting to be seen, they can start running the body chemistry technique, and within sometimes 6 hours, the fever's gone. I think you've witnessed that as well. Within a day, if you run the body chemistry, not just once, if you're sick and you compromise your well-being is compromised, these are the techniques. You can use them several times during a day. But I've typically seen clients who've said the body chemistry, they run every 20 minutes to 30 minutes. Within a day, the next day they wake up, the flu's gone. The cold virus is gone. So yes, in communities in Africa and that where they don't have access to, you know, readily available access to healthcare, these kind of tools are just making such a huge difference in their lives because they can really, you know, utilize them and see changes.
And they're being used in places in America too, aren't
Exactly.
they? You know, some examples. A school in.
Well, there was originally the Access program. I know Dr. Veltheim, they put a program into a school in Chicago, and that was one of the things that the mom had said, is that she also would have to take a whole day off of work, go sit in the clinic, wait to be seen, and then was given 3 aspirins and said, come back in a few days later, and if your child's still sick, then we'll get the doctor to look at them. And he was like, this is just not acceptable. You know, there's a need for something else. And that was kind of where this program was designed and born from that need.